A 180-pound black Cane Corso disappeared into the darkness every single night for 3 months straight, and nobody knew where he went. His family would wake up at dawn to find him lying on the porch, exhausted, covered in dirt, with cuts on his paws and mud streaked across his chest. They tried following him. They tried locking him inside. Nothing worked. And then one night, everything they thought they knew about this dog shattered in the most terrifying, most beautiful way possible. This is Cerberus, and this is the story of a guardian nobody understood until it was almost too late. Cerberus wasn't always a mystery. He was a problem first. His original owner, a man named Greg from just outside Nashville, adopted him as a puppy, dreaming of the ultimate family protector. And Cerberus delivered. Too well. By age 3, Cerberus was 180 pounds of pure muscle, a jet black coat that seemed to absorb light, and eyes that tracked every single movement within 100 feet. He didn't bark at strangers. He stared. He positioned himself between Greg's family and anyone who came close. Mail carriers? Cerberus planted himself at the door like a statue made of steel. Neighbors stopping by? Cerberus became a living, breathing wall. Greg's friends started avoiding the house. "Man, your dog looks at me like I owe him money," one of them joked. But Greg wasn't laughing anymore. Cerberus's protective instinct wasn't cute. It was suffocating. Greg couldn't have people over without Cerberus shadowing every step. His kids' friends were terrified to even enter the yard. His wife felt like a prisoner in her own home. So Greg made a decision that would haunt him for months. He drove Cerberus to a high-kill shelter 2 counties away and walked out without looking back. The shelter staff knew Cerberus wasn't going to be easy to place. He was massive. He was intense. And when potential adopters walked past his kennel, Cerberus didn't wag his tail or press his nose against the bars like the other dogs. He just sat there, stone cold, watching, like he was deciding if you were worth his time. But then Michael and Sarah came in. They weren't looking for a pet. They were looking for a working dog. The couple had just bought a farmhouse on 40 acres of land in rural Kentucky, surrounded by woods, isolated from neighbors, and they'd heard stories. Stories about stray dog packs roaming the area, stories about coyotes, stories about things moving through the trees at night that nobody wanted to talk about. They needed a guardian. And when they saw Cerberus sitting in that kennel, massive and unshakable, they knew. "We'll take him," Michael said. The shelter director hesitated. His original owner surrendered him because he was too protective. "He's intense. Are you absolutely sure?" Sarah looked at Cerberus. Cerberus looked back. And for the first time in 6 months, his tail moved. Just once. But it moved. Cerberus came home that Saturday. But he wasn't like other dogs. He didn't curl up on the couch. He didn't beg for belly rubs. He didn't follow them around looking for affection. Cerberus had a job, and affection wasn't part of it. During the day, he patrolled the property line, walking the same route over and over, his eyes scanning the tree line like a soldier on watch. At night, he'd sit on the porch, perfectly still, staring into the darkness for hours. And then the disappearances started. 3 weeks after adoption, Michael woke up at 2:47 a.m. to use the bathroom. He glanced out the window and noticed something. Cerberus wasn't on the porch. He checked the front door. Locked. The back door? Locked. But Cerberus was gone. At 6:15 a.m., just as the sun started creeping over the hills, Michael heard the heavy sound of paws on wood. He opened the door, and there was Cerberus, panting, dirt caked into his coat, scratches across his shoulder, exhausted. "Where the hell were you?" Michael whispered. Cerberus walked past him, drank an entire bowl of water, and collapsed on the floor. "I see you haven't subscribed yet, and honestly, that breaks my heart. Subscribing means the world to me. Hit that button right now because what happens next will change everything you thought you knew about loyalty." It happened again the next night, and the night after that, and the night after that. Every single night, Cerberus vanished somewhere between midnight and 3 a.m. And every single morning, he returned at dawn looking like he'd been through a war. Michael and Sarah tried everything. They installed cameras, but Cerberus somehow found blind spots. They tried locking him in the house, but he'd pace and whine and scratch at the door until they couldn't take it anymore. They tried following him, but the moment they stepped outside, Cerberus would freeze and refuse to move until they went back inside. "He's protecting something," Sarah said one morning, running her fingers over a fresh cut on Cerberus's side. "He's not running away. He's patrolling." Michael wasn't so sure. Patrolling what? There's nothing out there but trees and fields. But Sarah knew dogs, and she knew guardian breeds. Cane Corsos weren't pets. They were ancient Roman war dogs bred to protect estates, to guard families, to face down threats that would make other dogs run. Cerberus wasn't being difficult. He was doing exactly what 2,000 years of genetics told him to do. Still, it worried them. The cuts were getting worse. Cerberus was losing weight. His paws were cracked and bleeding. Whatever he was doing out there, it was destroying him. 3 months passed. 3 months of sleepless nights and early mornings finding Cerberus barely able to stand. And then one night, everything came crashing together. It was 11:43 p.m. when they heard it. Barking. A pack. Deep, aggressive barking getting closer. Michael grabbed a flashlight. Dozens of glowing eyes moving through the darkness. A pack of stray dogs moving toward the farmhouse. Cerberus. He came out of the darkness like a black missile, 180 pounds of fury. He launched himself into the center of the pack. Cerberus targeted the pack leader, flipped him on his back. The pack scattered in seconds. Cerberus stood there, chest heaving, blood dripping from his neck. At the emergency vet, a man with a bleeding golden retriever stared at Cerberus. "That's him. He saved my dog from that pack tonight." The vet examined Cerberus. "He's been doing this for a while, hasn't he? This dog has been protecting your area, alone, every night." Sarah wrapped her arms around Cerberus's massive neck. "This was your love language the whole time, wasn't it?" Cerberus leaned into her and closed his eyes. Because love doesn't look soft. Sometimes it looks like scars. Sometimes it looks like standing guard when no one's watching. Cerberus wasn't cold. He was committed. If this story moved you, subscribe right now. Drop a comment below. Would you trust a dog like Cerberus? Hit that like button. See you in the next one.